welcome back to my channel. I'm Madison if you're new, and today I'm so excited because I have not done one of these videos in a super long time, and I wanted to do a book video. I wanted to share some of the past books that I've read over the few months, and then some upcoming books that I'm super excited to read. Also, some of these that I'm excited to read I got from the library, so y'all should definitely check that out. And again, some of these are from Book of the Month, which I love doing. It helps you kind of like break up your reading. If you're only reading fantasy, it gives you other options and some early releases too. Let's jump right in to what let's do what I've read, and then we'll go into what I'm going to read. First things, I've been on the Throne of Glass series, so I just finished The Queen of Shadows. I really did like this book. I hate to say, I feel like I kind of like the series better than A Court of Thorns and Roses, one of my favorite series, but I'm on this kick. Really love it. Now I only have 3 more books in the series, which I got one of them that I'm going to read. I really love this. I think she's a cool character. Pretty bad, you know what I mean? So definitely, if you like Sarah J. Maas, check this one out. Along with that one, I finally read Crescent City. I know they have the new one out, and I'm debating if I just want to buy the book because the library has it on hold. I think there's like 35 people that have it on hold, so that would be a good bit. But this one definitely is pretty thick, so just keep that in mind. I think it's like 700 pages. But yeah, really like the series. Again, it's a good fantasy series. Yeah, I really like the world building. It's a good one. Other just like random ones, that was more like fantasy series. So I read Reminders of Him, and then I also read one more. I read these whenever I was at flight attendant training. This one's really, I feel like Colleen Hoover's books are really good. You can read them in like a day or two. Super easy read. This one, it was very touching, very good. I encourage you to read it because I feel like it deals with a side that I haven't read in fiction. It talks about how like a young mother went to prison for a mistake, and then she's trying to get back into her daughter's life, and kind of just the struggles that go along with that, and then also kind of a romance. So I really love this. I think this might be my favorite Colleen Hoover book. I can't remember Verity too much, but this is probably like one of the ones up there. I know I did read It Ends With Us, and that was not my favorite one. Oh, well, and I also read Ugly Love, so I would definitely say this one would be one of my favorite ones. And then I wanted to read this one. It's called Here For It. I just liked it because I wasn't able to experience Mardi Gras, so I wanted to read something a little inspired. You know, it was a cute one. It did get a little stale in the middle, but you know, a cute little easy read if you want. And yeah, I like the Louisiana humor. It definitely had a lot of like Louisiana in it. Book of the Month ones. The Heiress Gets a Duke. I read this one. It was actually pretty good. It's a romance, and it's kind of like Bridgerton vibes, definitely. And you should definitely read this if you have not. Plus Girls. This is supposed to be a thriller. I read this one, the entire thing, on a plane. It honestly wasn't my favorite. I feel like it's very like tropical themed, if you like that. But yeah, it kind of got weirder towards the end. Not that thrilling. Okay. Not my favorite, but you know, I read it. Good thing. Okay, these two. This was a good book month. I read both of these in one trip. It was a good trip. The Paris Apartment, I love this. I really couldn't put it down. I was reading it even whenever I was home. Other than, and I think me and my friend talked about her book, The Guest List, which I'm also gonna read. I feel like the last 100 pages, everything kind of unfolds, but this is basically about, I don't want to spoil too much. This is why I'm not good at reviews. But this girl goes to visit her brother in Paris. He's not answering, so unlike him, and she kind of just meets everyone that also lives at the apartment. She's like trying to figure out what's going on with him, and just like things unfold. So pretty good. It's not like that spooky, so you could definitely read it at night. Fun Dating Dr. Dill. I love this one. This was so good. It does get spicy. I accidentally read it on a plane, so be prepared for that. I really like it. I'm like enemies to lovers, but, well, not enemies technically, kind of like they both don't want to get engaged and their parents are kind of pressuring them, and then it's the fake lovers trope. So It's a good one. This was my other book of the month. I think I talked about in this one of my vlogs. It's Bittersweet, How Sorrow and Longing Can Make Us Whole. It's basically just talking about how, like, if you see things as bittersweet, or maybe you're someone who is a little bit more sensitive, or just kind of wears their heart on their sleeve, like feels their emotions, how it's not always a bad thing. Very dry, very analytical kind of. So I think like the last like 40 pages are all what do you call these? Oh my god, we're excited, you know what I mean, like resources. So yeah, but I mean, so I don't know if I would recommend this, but I read it, so I was glad I finished it. So now, where's my other one? I have another book. I'm reading my camera's sitting on it. Anyways, so now I'll show you the books I am reading right now. The Sari Not Sorry. I think it's pretty good. Again, it kind of is like the Dr. Dill in a sense, but this is about like Indian culture, and I really like it. Kind of like this lady, she's the CEO of like a breakup company, and then she just does some business. I'm on page like 50, so I can't explain it that much. And also I never read the back, if you're wondering. I know this was a good one, and y'all, this was such a steal because this one came out 2 weeks ago and I got it at the library. I'm helping another guy. He's Indian. He's having some problems with his family because he's dating someone who isn't Indian, and then there's a wedding coming up, so she kind of helps him. But yeah, I'll let you know. I feel like this one's gonna be a really, really good one. I've heard a lot about it, so you should definitely check it out. Reading, I'll show that one last, but it's the Henrietta Lacks, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I think that's how I pronounce it. I'm sorry if I don't. But that book, it's more sciencey, and I like it because I was a science major, so just wanted to get some of that. But it's basically about how this woman's cells were taken, her cancer cells, and they were used in research without her permission, and how the family really didn't get any money for it, or they didn't even get credited or even asked. So I like it. On to the books that I'm going to be reading this month, which I'm super excited about. The Dating Plan. I saw this on Book of the Month, but what is it? Let's read it. Even with a step-by-step plan, the fake fiancés might accidentally fall for each other in this hilarious, heartfelt romantic comedy. Okay, so looks like we're doing the fake dating again. I love this. I read the Love Hypothesis, and they did that, and I feel like that's a good trope. Like, I love that. The Six of Crows. I did read her Shadow and Bone series, and I'm actually watching it on Netflix. So I'm excited. I heard this one's a little better. So again, this is more fantasy. I was gonna see if they said anything about what it is, but they kind of covered up the back. But 6 dangerous outcasts, 1 impossible heist. I feel like I'm gonna like this. The Guest List, which I said one of my best friends, Elizabeth, read it. It's by the same author who did Paris Apartment. This is The Bride, The Plus One, The Best Man, The Wedding Planner, and The Bridesmaid. All have a secret, all have a motive, but only one is a murderer. So I'm excited. I heard this one kind of plays out the same way the other one did. The last 100 pages, you get way more information, which, I mean, I guess that would have to be how it is, because books have to end. Tower of Dawn. I'm gonna go ahead and read this one. I think the other book, her other one, where is it? I think the other one's Empire of Storm. Yes, Empire of Storms. It's on hold, but I think you can read those two together because I'm doing the romantic side of Throne of Glass. So I'm excited to read this one. I feel like I always do this. Whenever I'm reading a series, I try and like push it out as long as possible because I hate whenever you get to the end of the series, it's like, wow, over. So I think I've been reading this series since September. I'll like read one, read 2 or 3 other books, read the next one. Yeah. Lastly, Daisy Jones and the Sixth. I did read her The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I heard this one was really, really good. However, I do have mixed reviews because some people say this is really good. Other people really don't like it. it's the same historical fiction. I figured I might as well just try it, especially because it's from the library. I didn't have to pay for it. I know the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, it did get a little dry in the middle, so hopefully this one does not. But yeah, and also I feel like it's super easy for me to, even if a book is a little stale or a little boring, 90% of my job I just sit on a plane anyway after I've done all the things. So all I have to do is read, because you also don't get cell service. So yeah, and I'm not supposed to be on phone, so that's that. But yes, those are all the books that I've read / I'm going to read the next upcoming month. If y'all want to read them too, that'd be really cool. We can do like a little book club, and yeah, just comment below any books that y'all are reading. And yeah, have a great day and get excited for more vlogs.